Welcome back to Put You On. My name is Michael. I'm here with my dad.
Hey everyone, it's Mike.
And today we begin our little Taylor mini marathon.
Oh boy.
I wouldn't really call it a marathon. It's just 2 albums, but
Okay.
her new album's coming out next week or end of next week, which is basically you know how we did the Taylor's version of the last one?
Yeah.
So she's putting out another one of those for her album 1989. So there's still a couple of those that we haven't done, like the re-releases.
Mm-hmm.
And again, of course, we don't know the original album either way.
Right.
But we know now that those versions are the only ones to listen to because, with the whole label
She gets
stuff and
credit
everything.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So this one was her most recent re-release besides the one we did, the Speak Now. This is from 2 years ago. This is her album Red. So this album was originally released in 2012. It's her 4th album. So I guess now we're entering a little bit more of, the modern, you could say, Taylor
A little
Swift
more
era.
grown up Taylor, a little more experienced Taylor.
We did the Folklore and Evermore, which
Right.
were,
the most recent.
yeah, but this is now going back a little bit. So this
Right.
is like early 2010s.
Somewhere in the middle.
So this is kind of, I think, where she was really getting big, popularity with the singles and the hits and stuff.
And the movie's out this past weekend, so
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody went and saw that.
I've seen all we were talking about the clips of the people. It looks, I actually had
Yeah.
a dream last night that I ran into a bunch of people and they're like, man, did you see the Taylor movie? And I was like, yeah, I want to see it. It looks so much fun.
Yeah, knowing her, she put as much into the filming and the production of that as she does her own music. So,
Yeah.
it looks pretty epic.
So track 1 is called State of Grace. And of course, everyone, just like the other one we did, has the Taylor's version.
Next to it.
Yeah.
Coming out a little different
Yeah.
than I thought. Less acoustic, more
Yeah.
electric. You haven't heard this either, right?
No. Except for the popular one, I'm sure, if there's on there.
I'm walking fast through the traffic lights, busy streets and busy lives, and all we know is touch and go. We are alone with our changing minds.
Feels like a U2,
Yeah, I was going to say,
yeah. Very
I'll never
elevated.
yeah.
Everything's up here.
be the same.
Like
Emotional
power,
rock.
guitar.
We are alone, just you and me.
Oh,
Up in your room and our slates are clean. Just twin firesides, 4 blue eyes. See, you were never a saint, and I loved in shades of wrong. We learned to live with the pain, mosaic broken hearts. But this love is brave and be the same. This is a state of grace. This is the word, the wild fight. Love is a ruthless game. Unless you play it good and right. These are the hands of fate. You're my Achilles heel. And I never saw you coming. Good and right.
What do you think?
hey, it's pretty damn good.
Great tune. Yeah.
I think of the few albums we've done so far, that's a very standout intro track.
Very standout.
Like I think that might be the one that's grabbed me the most off of
right off.
Yeah, like it's not
It doesn't come
slow
in
build
slow or pretty. Yeah, right away.
Vocals.
A rocker. I mean, that's a rocker.
Yeah, I mean, you said U2, so it was hard to get that out of my head.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
there's definitely elements of that for sure.
Yeah, especially with the the rhythm guitar, as opposed to
the slow strum
chords. Yeah,
Yeah. Vocals though.
yeah, she was everywhere. She had a little screech, a little voice breaking, mid range, like she was coming in like a lower voice, and then all up and down.
Man.
Sounded like she had a lot of fun with it.
Oh yeah. I really like the production too. A lot of switches and drum rhythm switches and slower passages and
Yeah, but like you said, just for a lead track, that's something like we would have been surprised on another one where she might have slipped it in the middle.
right.
But,
And not seen it coming.
Yeah, now I would expect her style. Now the next one would be a little bit lower, but
Yeah.
that was very good.
So this is Red, Taylor's version.
Loving him is like driving a new Maserati down a dead-end street. Faster than the wind.
Banjo, which I think she plays.
Does she? Wouldn't be surprised.
I think.
Let us know.
Yeah. Here's your first opportunity for the first 500
Comments are already being typed.
She plays banjo, Mike, of course.
Just before they lose it all. Losing him was blue like I never known. Missing him was dark gray.
But up again.
Again, yeah. Drums.
It was like trying to know somebody you never met.
And that electric guitar again too, a little bit.
Him was red. Memorizing him was as easy as knowing all the words to your old favorite song. Fighting with him was like trying to solve a crossword and realizing there's no right answer. Regretting him was like wishing you
All the
never
things.
found out
Yeah.
that love could be there.
Dating him, fighting him.
Losing him was blue like I'd never known. I still see it all in my head. You're burning red.
Less melancholy, more
Straightforward.
Yeah, like
with
just,
her
it is what it
thought.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, losing him was blue like I'd never known. This love is like driving a new Maserati down a dead-end street.
Wow, it really grew from that banjo intro, right?
Yeah.
Seemed like it was gonna be more of a banjo or a ballad.
Yeah, a little more country, but no, it was like country rock fusion.
Yeah. So back to back, nothing yet. That's
Yeah, not too, it doesn't feel like a,
it feels
introverted, sad,
yeah, it feels
space.
emotional, but
but she's
like,
in a good space.
yeah, like confidently emotional.
Right.
Like she's stating, like,
Just describing this is
you
what
know,
it was like.
it
yeah.
sucked losing you, but I was angry, and it made me feel this. and
Yeah,
being
fought,
with you.
but love was red.
Yeah. So I'm guessing Red would be. I don't know. Red seems like more complex than one.
Well, right.
Feeling.
She said, I think I heard her say fire, like loving you was
Burning
like
red.
burning red, right?
And then leaving you was blue. And then she talks about the gray of being with him and the complications.
but also like, yeah, figuring out a crossword puzzle and
Very
very
fascinating.
clever lyrics.
As always.
Yeah, I like things like that where it's not easy to memorize the words on the first listen.
Because there's a lot of metaphors and
Yeah, you'd have to go back and say, okay, this one is the losing part, the fighting part, the
Yeah.
loving part.
Track 3 is called Treacherous, Taylor's version.
Put your lips close to mine, as long as they don't touch. Out of focus, eye to eye, till the gravity's too much.
What'd you think?
Liked it a lot. Again, very visual. That one felt like it's so fascinating how so far every album we've done is like so different. Like
Growth wise.
yeah, and what the feelings it paints and like the environment it puts you in mentally. You know what I mean? Like this just feels very longing and you know, contemplative, you know, saying like she is aware of the risks, right? And the downfall or the slippery slope, right? That's always the phrase, like, you know, if you get into it with this guy or whatever, it'll be a slippery slope, but taking the risk of like, you know, going down that. And yeah, I was getting like farm. I don't know why. Like farm boy, farm girl.
It was definitely, I felt like a description of being, you know, love swept up in love. The very first image of, you know, lips together but don't touch and our eyes so close that they're out of focus.
Yeah.
You never think of that really, right? I mean, when you get close to something like that, I guess the tendency is to close, you know, somebody's got to close their eyes because otherwise, you know, you just
really
go
weird.
dizzy. And I think she described that. Let's stay out of focus and let the gravity, you know, make us fall to the ground.
We're coming up on a very popular song. I'm sure there's, as we go on through this journey
Has
with
to
her,
be.
we're going to end up hitting,
Sure.
you know, like even the one we knew from the last one, the someday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure, I mean, we know she has a million.
Yeah, whether it was on a commercial or a
So I
football game show.
would be shocked if some of these, I mean, you didn't know.
Something has to hit us at some point.
But I definitely know this next one. This is I Knew You Were Trouble, Taylor's version.
Oh, I think I know that one.
Yeah. It's, you know, some of these are going to be unavoidable. But again, now we get to hear the new version since while knowing the old version.
Okay.
So
Once upon a time,
Oh, yeah.
few
Yeah.
mistakes ago, I was in your sights. You got me alone. You found
Electric
me.
guitar again.
yeah, it does fit the
Found me.
sound so
And
far
up.
of the album, the upbeat.
Guess you didn't care, and I guess I like that. And when I felt hard, you took a step back, and I realized the blame is on me.
I like that voice of hers.
Yeah.
She doesn't do it a lot, but
Yeah.
when she does it, it's almost like she stops and brings you to a conversation before she sings again.
Bellows out.
Yeah.
You were trouble when you walked in. Now I'm lying on the cold hard ground. Trouble.
Yeah, I think you'd have to be living under a rock to not have heard this one.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know where I heard it, but I know I heard it.
Pretends he doesn't know that he's the reason why you're drowning.
Very high energy
Yeah.
pop song.
So far, most of the tracks are.
Not
too contemplative, you know?
Yeah.
Is all I'll ever be. Comes creeping in that you never loved me or her or anyone or anything. Yeah. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. So shame on me now. Trouble, trouble, trouble. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Trouble, trouble, trouble. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Trouble, trouble, trouble.
So, yeah, we know the song. So
Yeah.
tell me what your vision was of that one. Did you have one?
It's hard to, just because like it's a song I've heard 1,000 times.
Then
know
I'll
what I
tell
mean?
you mine.
Yeah.
It feels like a perfume commercial where like she's in now. I did get the impression like she's in a fancy hotel like lobby after the concert.
Yeah.
And some guy walks in with a tuxedo with the slick back hair and he goes like that. And you know, ooh. It's like- I mean, I don't mean ooh, but you know, like she catches a glimpse of him and he's walking through like Superman, and
Yeah.
that's what I saw.
Yeah, it's like the instant
Chemical
feeling of-
attraction.
yeah.
Instant
Unspoken-
physical attraction.
yeah,
right.
unspoken connection.
Right. That's.
I mean,
what
it's a bona fide hit.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, she knows how to make a hit. The next track is called All Too Well, Taylor's version. I've heard this song thrown out there a lot. I've heard about it a lot. Like I know it was very popular when this album came out. There's also, I think I told you about it a while back. At the end of this album, there's a 10-minute version of this same track, which I told you they did like a Harvard course on in college, like that they teach.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So I've heard this song name thrown out a lot. I remember seeing things about the music video when it came out. I have never once in my life heard it, at least to my knowledge. Like maybe if it was a popular song, I'll know when I click it. But
Okay.
to my knowledge, I've never heard it, but I've heard this brought up a lot by Taylor
Okay.
fans.
I walked through the door with you. The air was cold, but something about it felt like home somehow. And I left my scarf there at your sister's house, and you've still got it in your drawer even now. Autumn leaves falling down like pieces into place, and I can picture it after all these days. And I know it's long gone, and that magic's not here no more. And I might be okay, but I'm not fine at all. 'Cause there we are again on that little town street. You almost ran the red 'cause you were looking over at me. Wind in my hair, I was there. I remember it all too well. You told me about your past, thinking your future was me. And I know it's long gone, and there was nothing else I could do. And I forget about you long enough to forget who I needed to. 'Cause there we are again in the middle of the night. We're dancing around the kitchen in the refrigerator light. Maybe we got lost in translation. Maybe I asked for too much, but maybe this thing was a masterpiece till you tore it all up. Running scared, I was there. I remember it all too well. Too well.
You got goosebumps?
I got tears.
Oh my God.
Time won't fly, it's like I'm paralyzed by it. I'd like to be my old self again, but I'm still trying to find it. After plaid shirt days and nights when you made me your own, now you mail back my things and I walk home alone. Wind in my hair, you were there. You remember it all down the stairs. You were there. You remember it all. It was where I was there. I remember it all too well.
Fuck.
I don't know who could write that other than a woman, and I'm being honest. I any guy in a relationship, I don't think we preserve things in our mind the way women do. Which is all the more reason when we're idiots or assholes, not realizing, the kind of effect it's going to have on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you're that devoted to someone, and you both are, right, in the beginning, but as things go on, something changes, or you lose something along the way. But her description of it, the poetry of the song is just beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know how she does it.
Yeah, I mean everything, like from the wind in my hair, and I you know, like noticing every, you know, the leaves are falling, every single detail, like a photographic memory of, you know, the smallest event, but it has such an impact on her.
From the second that song starts to the second it ends, it's like
You're captured.
instant. Your brain is instantly taken away to wherever this memory or time that she's in, and like you said, like it's a movie.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to hear that.
I mean, I
don't know what she's gonna do
see
with the
her
10
driving
minute-
in the car on a fall day. You see her walking in, dropping the scarf. You see everything because she's describing it so vividly.
It's beautiful, and
You know,
I love what was getting to me was not just the beauty of the song, which is so beautiful, and obviously the pain that's within it, but the chorus is so good, like remembering things all too well.
yeah. Well,
You know
that's
what I mean?
That's what
like,
I mean.
I have such vivid
Right,
memories
right.
of this that because they were so important to me and vivid to me, that it's like I can't get them out of my head, and now
And that's why I'm
it's
saying
causing me pain. And
I don't think you won't find many men. You know, we may feel the emotion of sadness or, you know, anger or, you know, obsession when things break and you try to, you know, stay with it and get. But there's you know, there's something maternal and feminine about that whole song.
I feel like I do feel those emotions, but I would never be able to. She's able to say them and paint
describe them
in a way that I would like when you hear
That's
it.
what
It's
I
like,
mean.
oh, that's what that.
And I think men
That's
are
what that
just
feeling is.
most men, I'd say, are literally incapable of doing it. You might, you know, look
Of
at
expressing that.
of just the details of
Complex
everything that's
emotion
happening
and-
around you.
yeah.
We could be locked in on the girl, the woman, or the, you know, the time, the day, but not, you know, taking in like it's almost like she's walking around with, you know, with her, and
Yeah.
you know she's absorbing every moment of her day. And I think that's why when she speaks to fans about how much like, you know, that she's not just saying stuff. It's like she's really if she says something, you know, it's like she's really being genuine and feeling it.
Track 6 is called 22. It's another very popular song of hers that you've probably heard, most likely.
It feels like a perfect night to dress up like hipsters and make fun of our exes. It feels like a perfect night for breakfast at midnight to fall in love with strangers. Yeah, we're happy, free, confused, and lonely at the same time. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Everything will be alright if you keep me next to you. You don't know about me.
Yes, heard it? No?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Will be alright if we just keep dancing like we're 22. 22. Feels like one of those nights we ditch the whole scene. It feels like one of those nights we won't be sleeping. It feels like one of those nights you look like bad news. I gotta have you. I gotta have you. It feels like one of those nights we ditch the whole scene. It feels like one of those nights we won't be sleeping. It feels like one of those nights you look like bad news. I gotta have you. I gotta have you.
Those are my least favorite
Yeah.
types.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's just
It feels very Disney Channel like, you know.
it's just very straightforward pop.
And I don't know how that, you know, that didn't transfer over very well to an older Taylor singing that. I
Yeah.
don't think.
Which is we had some of those on when we did the Speak Now one. Mm-hmm. Just because it's like, you know,
Yeah, I mean,
as we know, she's redoing songs from
Right.
a much younger version of herself. So.
yeah, that could only be improved, you know, so much. But again, I'll say if you're 19, 20 in that range, I'm sure you love it, but maybe not. I don't know. At this time now, are there young people? It's hard to say. I'm sure they love it. I'm sure that there's, I can't even imagine anybody who loves Taylor Swift just not liking any song. But
Yeah. The next track's called I Almost Do. Taylor's version.
I bet this time of night you're still up. I bet you're tired from a long, hard week. And I just wanna tell you, it takes everything in me not to call you. And I wish I could run to you, and I hope you know that every time I don't, I almost do.
great guitar.
I was going to say, I love the acoustic.
Very strong.
High in the mix.
It never ever occurred to you that I can't say hello to you and risk another goodbye. And I just wanna tell you, it takes everything in me not to call you.
Feels like it was made for the acoustic guitar, 100%.
Yeah. Or written with the guitar.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah.
And I confess, baby, in my dreams you're touching my face and asking me if I'd wanna try again. I bet you're tired from a long, hard week. I bet you're sitting in your chair by the window, looking out at the city, and I hope sometimes you wonder about me.
Great.
Yeah, very pretty.
That's more of like her roots. I feel like some of the earlier ones we were doing on Speak Now, like the folky sounding, like country ballad kind of.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to guess, how I think sometimes which came first, the lyrics of the music, that one feels like she had the tune.
Yeah.
Because it's so strummed so heavily, like it's definitely foremost in the production, like you said. Yeah. So the lyrics very much complement the music. I mean, she had the mandolin going, it was very string oriented. And definitely, again, painting the picture of you could almost feel that you could feel the tension of wanting to pick up the phone or wanting to go by and like resisting with all her might to just not do it.
Yeah.
It's
a
very great tune.
Yeah. She tends to like pick like one specific pinpointed emotion and then just kind of expand on it for, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
she doesn't jump around usually too much in one track between like this feeling or that feeling. Like she'll pick one, specific feeling like that, like the urges to want to do something, but knowing that she shouldn't. And then she just dives, deep into
capitalizes
that,
on it. Yeah.
all the parts of how she got to that feeling and how it affects her life in the moment. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Another big hit here. So this is 3 now that I definitely know. Which I'm not surprised. I mean, she has a lot of hits. I'm sure we're going to just continue to
What's
run
it
into
called?
them. We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together.
I remember when we broke up the first time, saying this is it, I've had enough, cause like we hadn't seen each other.
I wonder what album of hers has the most, like, #1 hit. Because I feel like this one has a lot so far, at least that we've done.
Good point.
Trust me, remember how that last lasted for a day. I say I hate you, we break up, you call me, I love
Probably
you.
whichever one won the most awards.
We called
It might be this
all
one.
again last night, but this time I'm telling you, we are never, ever, ever
Yeah.
getting back together.
Impossible to have not heard this song.
Getting back together.
It's gonna be stuck in our head all day.
Getting back together. You go talk to your friends, talk to my friends, talk to me. Talk to me. Never, ever, ever, ever getting back together. Getting back together. You go talk to your friends, talk to my friends, talk to me. Talk to me. Never, ever, ever, ever getting back together.
Yeah, more of the same.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder what it's like for her. I wonder what it's like for her revisiting those songs and singing them because, as you mature, you know how some actors say they never watch themselves in movies because they don't want to look back. I wonder if there's something like that. Obviously she wanted to do this, because of the rights and all that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's got to be an interesting dynamic.
yeah, like the growth, as years go on. I mean, it definitely feels and sounds like it was written by someone, right in that age range and right in the midst of all that stuff. And,
Young adult.
yeah, young adult music. But, the 30, 40-year-old Taylor won't be making songs like that anymore. So, you know what I mean?
I think there's a difference, like, even just on this album so far. Like, there's clearly a difference in the hit songs versus the album songs. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, you can definitely tell the
ones that are geared for it.
which I don't think is bad. I just feel like there's just a lot more to these ones we haven't
There's
heard.
more depth.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Like, she knows how to make these pop songs that
Oh,
are
of course.
massive.
Yeah, cranks them out.
But like, I'm just glad that the whole album, whenever we do them so far, like, the album has so much more to offer than
yeah, which makes her
these big tracks.
which makes her interesting because when like if you look at her on the past tour, she's able to deliver both types of songs, right?
yeah,
So
these ones, and then like
yeah,
the
and you
folklore.
just it's I find her like interesting right now that she can be on stage and be those different people is what I'm saying.
right.
Like she's not
Like
she's-
transform kind of.
Yeah, she's not there now. Like if you hear Paul McCartney, he's doing a tribute to something
Right,
old,
right.
Because that's what you're seeing. She
like morphs.
embraces the
Yeah,
young
the pop girl,
exactly,
and then can do like the slow sad
exactly.
songs.
That's
acoustic.
what impresses me.
Yeah.
Like as a person to be able to convey that to you through the music.
Well, it makes sense why it was called Eras Tour then, because it's like
that's
this era of my life, that era,
and
that
that's
era.
what I was thinking is that that's really special in a person to be able to morph
and that she
into
doesn't like push away the, like, oh, that's my older stuff, I'm not gonna like
right.
a lot of artists would be like, I'm not going
without
back to
it
that.
being like an alter ego even,
Yeah.
like a character or.
Track 9 is called Stay, Stay, Stay.
I'm pretty sure we almost broke up last night. I threw my phone across the room at you. I was expecting some dramatic turn away, but you stayed. This morning I said we should talk about it. Stay, stay, stay. I've been loving you for quite some time. You think that it's funny when I'm mad. But I think that it's best if we both stay. All those times that you didn't leave, it's been occurring to me. I'd like to hang out with you for my whole life. Stay, and I'll be loving you for quite
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like it's just silly. I mean, it's a silly song for
Yeah.
like a bubblegum,
I didn't like that one. I just feel like the instrumental was so over glossy. Like,
Yeah.
like it was like, it was like
I
kind of
know.
like making me shrivel a little bit. It sounded like a royalty free, like on YouTube they have like music that's like royalty free.
Oh yeah, just
It sounds like commercial. Like, oh
yeah.
no, I did
Yeah,
not.
it felt like a Target. Like Target could
It
easily
just-
borrow
yeah,
it.
it was
and
so
use it
glossy.
for the, actually, I think they may have used that for like their Christmas.
It literally sounds like an
Right?
ad.
Yeah.
Like something in, I don't know. Track 10 is called The Last Time, featuring Gary Lightbody of Snow Patrol.
I find myself at your door, just like all those times before. I'm not sure how I got there. All roads, they lead me here. I imagine you were home, in your room, all alone. And you open your eyes into mine, and everything feels better.
And right before your eyes, I'm breaking no pause, no reasons why, just you and me.
This is the last time I'm asking you this. Put my name at the top of your list.
And all the times I let you in, just for you to go again, disappear when you come back. Everything is better and right before your eyes. I'm making new past, nowhere to hide. Just you and me. This is the last time I'm asking you this. This is the last time you tell me I've got it wrong.
Instrumentation is
This
even
is the last time I say it's been you all
so
along.
operatic.
This is the last
I don't find him the right fit for this though.
This is the last time I won't hurt
Yeah.
you anymore.
Like even the introduction to it, I was surprised when the chorus started that he led into it. Like it started right away, like big and epic.
I'm asking you that.
But his voice is great on this part.
Harmony, yeah.
But the
She's definitely stronger vocally by
Yeah.
herself.
I'm asking you why. You break my heart in the blink of an eye. Time I'm asking you this. This is the last time I'm asking you last. Time I'm asking you last. Time I'm asking you this.
yeah, I would have liked a little bit more on the individual
Me too.
parts. Like
I just wanted more Taylor, I think, on that one.
yeah, he could have just been the
Background
the
for
harmony
for the
part.
chorus, yeah.
And because the feeling of the chorus was epic.
Yeah.
But the little lines that they had, it was both of them just saying standing at the front door.
Yeah.
It didn't really match the feeling of the chorus. Like I felt like, wow, that's, the
very-
chorus stands alone
Yeah.
on that song.
Very epic instrumentation.
Yeah.
The strings and the
Yeah.
drums.
Like a huge,
I liked it a lot overall. I think it was
yeah,
strong. But yeah, I think
It's a big ballad, but it has a little weak.
I wanted her a little more
Yeah, his part was
in the front.
his solo parts weren't strong.
Yeah. The next track is called Holy Ground, Taylor's version.
I was reminiscing just the other day while having coffee all alone, and Lord, it took me away back to a first glance feeling on New York time. Back when you fit in my poems like a perfect rhyme.
most of the album has been up, up,
Yeah.
speeded faster.
It was good. It was holy ground.
Yeah.
Spinning like a girl in a brand new dress. We had this big wide city all to ourselves. We plucked the noise with the sound of I need you. And for the first time I had something to lose. And I guess we fell apart in the usual way. Tonight I'm gonna dance for all that we've been through. But I don't wanna dance if I'm not dancing with you. Tonight I'm gonna dance if I'm not dancing with you. Tonight I'm gonna dance like you were in this room. But I don't wanna dance if I'm not dancing with you.
That had a feeling like a Bruce Springsteen. You know, we were
I was
talking
gonna
about
say-
like, you know,
I was gonna say like Summer of '69 feel.
that or any Dancing in the Dark. I mean, any of the ones that, you know,
Joyous.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
end of the movie.
But still, you know, with good lyrics, good
Yeah.
beat, good rhythm. Yeah, she's
That's I don't think I've ever
I never heard it. No.
never heard that style from one of her songs. It's like
Yeah, right.
not pop dance, but
Well,
like,
even the first one, the very first song had the same feel like this one.
driving drums
Yeah,
and the
yeah, rock
and her
little-
tempo is
yeah,
her
very
vocal
quick.
tempo is upticked, but she's still hitting the smooth notes. I like that a lot. Even some synths. Track 12 is called Sad, Beautiful, Tragic.
Sounds like my life.
Where's the rim shot? I'll add it in the edit.
Yeah, I tell you, you get no respect.
Long handwritten notes deep in your pocket. Words, how little they mean when you're a little too late. We had a beautiful magic love.
That's what
affair.
That's what it is. She's like an old soul
I was gonna
in a
say
young
that
body.
immediately. It sounds like love from a different
I mean, a locket,
era, time period.
yeah, by the
and
train,
station.
long
yeah.
letter, and deep in your pocket. I mean, that
She immediately puts you in a.
feels like World War II saying
Yeah.
goodbye.
Which she did. Remember on that one song where she's talking about like the old pictures?
Yeah,
I don't remember
yeah,
what album. I think that was Evermore.
yeah. She's really good at the
In dreams,
time
description of
periods.
it.
Yeah.
I meet you in warm conversation, and you've got your demons, and darling, they all look like me. 'Cause we had a beautiful magic love there. What a sad, beautiful, tragic love. Could you just try to listen? Hang up, give up, and for the life of us, we can't get back. What a sad, beautiful, tragic love affair.
Yeah, great. That
Wow,
was great.
Gorgeous.
You know how like when you, I mean, like you're in the doctor's office or something, and they have those Muzak where they take like songs that but they're only playing the instrumental part.
No.
Like in the elevator. Well, they used to do Muzak a lot, like if you were waiting in the in the doctor's office or something, or like if you're getting a massage. Sometimes they'll play like an Elton John song without the lyrics, but it's just the music.
Okay.
That song feels like it easily stands alone, just without the words.
Oh, okay.
Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
That could be stripped down to just an acoustic release.
Oh man.
A lot of this album, minus the words, the music is terrific.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And just even that one part right before the ending where she was just letting the instrumental go and just adding
and
her vocals in the back.
The plunking of the particular strings.
So beautiful.
Yeah, she evokes like love from a long time ago, and I think that's why it really settles us all. Like
It's
when
like
you listen to it,
It's like a primal.
like a time gone by. Not even the way things are today. But she embodies like what she really believes love should be. And it doesn't matter who she's with. I get the impression that you really got to be up there to keep Taylor, in love, is what I'm saying. And I think it's because it feels like the way she expresses it, like her values and her morals are just so strong. Like, you will not mess with me. I will not be, I will not accept anything less. And that just comes out. So, and when it does, the bitterness that not bitterness, but the sadness of the loss.
The betrayal is,
if it's betrayal
strong.
Or for whatever reason, we don't know what happened here.
Right.
It's so strong. It was meant to be, and it just didn't happen.
The next track is called The Lucky One, Taylor's version.
New to town with a made-up name, in the angel city chasing fortune and fame, and the camera flashes make it look like a dream. You have
Really like the drums on the album
figured out
overall.
since
The
you
big
were
drum, and it feels like,
Really nice.
Yeah, very
so
strong.
Not a lot of synthetic
you look like a
instrumentation.
Right, you could tell it's all musicians.
Another name goes up in light, and they tell you now you're the lucky one. Yeah, they tell you now you're the lucky one. Can you tell me now you're the lucky one?
Her voice is great, but it's even more obvious when it's layered.
Yeah.
Look at that. Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. I really like the songwriting on that one. Very clever. But who's
One
the
of the
lucky
rare
one?
times when it's like a before, a middle, and an after.
Yeah. But that was great, that last
Yeah.
verse where
Very,
you picked the Rose Garden over the Madison Square.
Uh-huh.
Now my name's up in lights. And she's
So she
saying, you're the
knows.
lucky one. You picked
Yep.
the right path. It's like
Yep. Yep.
two people who went two separate,
Yep.
right? She went down the path of
Fame and fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
And
took
he
the money and ran.
kind of faded
Yep.
away and went to do his own thing. And
Yep.
went to a life of solitude.
Yep.
I like hearing those thoughts from people of her
Yeah.
status.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure she's like, there's no way she hasn't probably thought about or still thinks about in her life. Like, what if I was still the same exact person, but take away all of my public persona? You know what I mean? Like, would I still be able to live a happy life with a boyfriend and with a family and everything? And I mean, I'm sure she would, but it's just
even-
fascinating to think of
yeah,
the
like
different
even-
paths your life could have taken.
Like, what's it like to, walk out of the house without makeup on and, and to have
Anything.
somebody see me just natural?
people were deciphering what sauce she was dipping her chicken tenders in at the Chiefs game.
That's not.
It was ranch, apparently.
That's not.
So I've
good.
heard. Track 14 is called Everything Has Changed. This is featuring Ed Sheeran, who's another massive name in pop music, male pop artist. So yeah, this is another popular one, but this is Taylor's version. So I don't know if this is the one I've heard or if I've heard the older one only, but we'll see. I've definitely heard one of these versions for sure. I think I've heard the original because I don't remember Ed Sheeran being on it.
I knew this morning when I woke, 'cause I know something now I didn't before. And all I've seen since 18 hours ago, screen eyes and freckles and your smile in the back of my mind, making me feel like I just wanna know you better know, you better know, you better now. 'Cause all I know is we said hello, and your eyes are looking like coming home. All I know is a simple name. Everything has changed. All I know is you held the door. You'll be mine and I'll be yours. All I know since yesterday is everything has changed.
And all my walls stood tall, painted blue. But I'll take them down, and open up the door for you.
I just wanna know you better know, you better know.
It's like a stripped pop song, you know?
Yeah, the instrumental is just terrific. Yeah.
You better know. I just wanna know you, know you, know you. 'Cause all I know is we said hello, and your eyes looking like coming home. All I know is a simple name. Everything has changed, and let me know that it's not all in my mind. I just wanna know you better know, you better know, you better now. I just wanna know you, know you, know you. All I know is we said hello.
Her voice was great there.
Oh man, the isolated vocals, gorgeous.
I know is a simple name. Everything has changed. All I know since yesterday is everything has changed.
I should take back what I said about Eddie Boy.
No, he's really good.
I don't think I've ever, I think I'm guilty of
The bias
prejudging
a
him.
little?
Yeah, he's definitely not the easiest recording guy to look at.
No.
And then, people dragged him through this trial. I thought that was silly, where he
with
was
the chords.
plagiarizing.
Yeah.
I knew that was a joke. But
He's very
yeah,
talented.
I mean, boy, that was the one solo part he had there. He sounded really good.
Yeah. That's a great track. That is one that I've definitely heard the original and definitely enjoy the original a lot. And I just think that's I think Ed Sheeran's just a nice addition to that. So the original does not have Ed Sheeran. So she definitely just added him as like a duet.
Sounds good.
But it was nice. He didn't overtake the song. He was a nice compliment to
It
the
definitely
original.
got the feeling they were playing off each other, and I liked it because it was a little bit long, but it was okay because he was on it. If it had just been her, it might have felt a little bit too long,
Right.
with the repetitive.
length, yeah.
But the fact that I was looking forward to hearing him sing with her,
Yeah.
they could have got. It was okay that they were going back and forth a little.
Track 15 is called Starlight.
I said, oh my, what a marvelous tune. It was the best night, never would forget how we moved. The whole place was dressed to the nines, and we were dancing, like we're made of starlight. Like we're made of starlight. I'm with Bobby on the boardwalk, summer of 45. And I said, oh
In between.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that one has the. It kind of reminded me of the Stay, Stay, Stay. It was like very like safe.
Starlight.
Yeah, safe.
It's fun.
Or that one. I only know it because I hear it at my job now all the time, which sucks because it was one of our least favorite songs that we heard of hers was the Superman one. Remember?
Yeah.
Like the Superman went off, and it kind of reminds me of that. It's like,
Yeah.
you know,
And you know what bothered me? Like at first it felt like, you know, she might have been talking about a concert that she gave, like, you know, and then she's off stage, you know, backstage afterwards and like, wow, that was a great moment. And
Yeah.
that's what I thought. But then she went into this Summer of 49, like, what the fuck? And then talked about the guy skipping stones on an ocean. You can't do that. Did you ever see anybody skip stones on an ocean?
no, it's got to be a lake
A lake or a pond? Or
because the ocean's too.
you throw a rock into
just
the
gonna
ocean, it's
sink.
gone.
So the final track here, or the final track for us,
Part one.
of part one, is called "Begin Again."
Got a feeling it's going to be good.
Turn the lock and put my headphones on. He always said he didn't get this song, but I do. I do.
Oh, I like that. What's that? The little slide.
The slide guitar or slide piano.
Yeah. Casey Musgraves does that a lot.
Early and you stand and wave. I walk to you.
Such a soothing sound.
And you throw your head back laughing like a little kid. I think it's strange that you think I'm funny, 'cause he never did. I've been spending the last 8 months thinking all love ever does is break and burn and end. But on a Wednesday in a cafe, I watched it begin again. And we walked down the block to my car, and I almost brought him up. But you start to talk about the movies that your family watches. I've been spending the last 8 months thinking all love ever does is break and burn and end. But on a Wednesday in a cafe, I watched it begin again. On a Wednesday in a cafe, I watched it begin again.
Yeah, it felt country,
Yeah.
a little more country. I mean, between the violins and the slide, you know, the guitar slide.
I'm a sucker for that sound. I just am. That just reminds me a lot of like Casey Musgraves style, like the
Yeah, and it has the
storytelling.
right. I mean, I grew up listening to a lot of country music. You know, I loved country music.
Yeah.
And they always had like, you know, stories like that where, you know,
Finding
you
love.
could easily follow along with it while it still had a main, you
Yeah.
know, chorus.
And maybe because me and mom have been watching that Golden Bachelor.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that, like I've had that thought in my head now lately of like, it's so fascinating to see these people like at this age level, like, you know, finding sparks and like making
Yeah.
friends with people and falling in love with someone and
Beginning
telling them about their
again.
life.
Yeah.
So I kind of got that feeling from this song. Where, I mean, obviously she's not coming from that age perspective, but
Yeah.
the like,
Still
you know,
a
how
breakup, post breakup.
yeah, how tragic things can feel. And you've said it a bunch of times, right? Where it's
Yeah,
like, it feels
right.
like, there's no point. Like, you know,
Yeah.
they were the one. But
Just
then it's
one
like,
more day. Yep.
you never know, you know, it could be a year later, 2 years later.
I mean, it's very rare in life that people go through it without experiencing, you know, I mean, you're gonna experience crap. But even in a relationship, it's very rare that you know, find someone, you know, young and it works for, you know, 50, 60 years. So, you know, there's, you know, you're gonna rise and fall. You're gonna, you know, experience the highs, the lows. But to me, and I wasn't kidding, you know, it's like she remembers like everything. You were drinking this, and I had that, and he laughed, you didn't. She just recall. It feels like she recalls so much. Like she has such a memory and an active imagination for
Extremely observant.
yeah.
And like not just observant, but processing all these things on a different,
and
like
making it,
how does this make me feel?
and still making it poetic, and also pulling out what I was feeling on that day, that day
Yeah.
in May on Wednesday, like just all that.
But I like that feeling. It's very hopeful. It's like,
That's why I feel like she's an old soul. Like she's
Yeah.
from another, her feeling of what a perfect love and a perfect relationship are things of, the 40s and
pureness,
just innocence and
chivalrous.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's a nice spot to end it. It's crazy how long this album is. That definitely feels like a full album right there. I mean, it basically was. That's
I mean,
over an
how
hour of music.
long was this? How long between the last release and this release?
So this
know?
was 2021. Mm-hmm. That this.
Well, I
re-release
mean the
came out.
original.
Oh, the original was 2012.
Okay.
So almost 10 years.
No,
between.
was there one before? This wasn't her debut album, right?
No, this was her fourth album.
Still, man, geez, that's a lot of music. On
Yeah, and that was 11 years ago. So she's been
cranking them out.
I really am enjoying this one so far.
Yeah, very good.
With the exception of like maybe one or two.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
far.
That's
But like
to
we
be
said, it's a long
expected.
album.
Yeah,
All Too Well was
yeah, but it's great for a fall day,
Yeah.
cloudy day.
All Too Well was fantastic. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I know the Taylor Swift fans, of course, since we've done the last one, have requested this album endless times, countless times. So I hope you enjoyed part one. If you want part two, let us know. Leave a like on the video. It helps us out a lot. Helps get our video seen. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week with a new album and a new
Peace.
video. Peace.